And the Great War will begin. It will. Trotsky was ready for all of this. Trotsky prepared himself for all of this. Netherlands has capitulated. All the Western countries are dead. From this side on, it's gone. The Denmark and Norway are the next countries that are gonna fall. But the Soviet Union is ready. They have been preparing for centuries and centuries for the German Reich. They're gonna prepare for more. As the Soviets start producing T-34 and KAV-1, the Russians are ready for everything. Including Trotsky preparedment was leading everything into goodness. As the Copenhagen fails, the entire Danish fails. There was no way for Denmark to survive this slaughter. They had a small army. What will be the purpose of it? And Denmark has capitulated. And Norway is next. The Soviet Union is still having a preparation for war. But it's still not joining. But it's preparing for a war. The UK is alone surrounded with Norway, having naval battles against Germany. Hitler is trying, and he have taken over Norway. Churchill was appointed to become a prime minister, even though the non-aggression pact was signed for the British. The Soviet Union is still preparing for a war effort. They don't want to go at war with Germany, but they're preparing for war. It will still be about Soviet revolution in all those countries that, you know. But Hitler still turned his tail into a North. He's just turning all the way to UK. He is still paranoid how he lost the war in Spain and how he didn't manage to win against the Republican Spain. The stateful coup was succeeded. The two Bulgarias existed. And the Soviet Union decided to declare war on the other Bulgaria and ask a military alliance and offer a military alliance. Non-aggression pact and improved relations with the communist Bulgaria. The Soviet Union, also known as USSR, decided to advance to enemy Bulgaria and try to improve relations with the Greek government because they saw that Greeks was trying its best to somehow be attacked by the Bulgarians. The Soviets, on this other hand, are trying to help the Greeks, and it doesn't matter to effect. The Soviets start pushing the best they can. The other Turkish government was created. The Soviets are trying to liberate all of its lands and glory to Bulgaria, the different Bulgaria. The Bulgaria that is basically the true Bulgaria, not the ones that are trying to take over Greece. And once and for all, the communism is spreading. Trotsky permanent revolution is done. Norway has capitulated. The Germans have everything. They are trying to invade the UK. That will be their next task to do it. The Turks are not giving any chances. But the Soviets are still taking over and trying to fight the Turks. The things are getting so on. The Soviets keep pushing on to Turkey. The other Turkey will be puppeted. The thing is starting to get real, but one day Yugoslavia will have a civil war. And it will be dreadful. The African campaign is not going so well. And especially for UK because it was surrounded by two sides. But again, thanks to those stupid Germans, they keep losing, and Soviets will help the UK. They will join the Allies. The Soviet-Russian Navy is attacking the Turks. The Turks are losing. Many ships of the Turks are being decimated, destroyed. The same battle has been. The Soviets were ready because they have massive fleet. Huge fleet that were prepared for a long, long time. Trotsky decided to send an lend-lease to UK. He knew that UK is fighting alone, so he's gonna help it and strike it. He even told the Churchill to himself that he's preparing, so there is no way that Germany is gonna win. Germany is now forcing UK to become fascists. They're literally forcing the British Union of Fascism to be born. And to be supported as all. So then the UK can join the Axis the same way the United States. The Germans had a plan to annihilate UK and corrupt them. But this is not going to happen because the Trotsky is in charge. And he's going to do something much, much better. He's going to have a huge war against Germany. Huge one. And this is gonna be the most powerful war we can ever see. 50 and 28 divisions against the whole German Reich. But it's now preparing for a communist revolution of Yugoslavia. Still, it's not ready to go to war. And the Soviets decided to have Technology Infantry Equipment 3. Trotsky is ready. He's gonna have another brigade of infantry in planning of the Matrix. As the UK start pushing on, they took over all the Libya. UK started to push on. If the AOA falls, that means the Italian Eastern Africa Corps falls. The UK is still facing a problem because German Reich is still trying to stage a coup and spread fascism. But the Germany have their problem too, because KPD is rising. Is their political party is gonna rise. The battle in Africa is going as well. Trotsky is preparing himself. He's moving all the industries into the other places so he can prepare for a launch attack against the German Reich. As the Yugoslavian civil war had begun, the two sides are engaging on each other. The Soviet Union is preparing for a massive attack on German Reich, while the UK is still getting a mass popularity support of 19% of fascists. This is not good. It's gonna continue like this, it's gonna go badly for UK. In the southern Scotland, the fascist support is getting very, very hard. There's gonna be a civil war on UK. The Soviet troops have arrived. They have started to attacking the enemy. The Kev-1 tanks are more powerful than the older version. The Karatortians, no chance. When the Soviet tanks march all the way to Belgrade, they will have no chance to fight anyone. They will surrender. Yugoslavian troops are going back. The monarchist Yugoslavian troops, of course. And the Sıfırıye ones are winning. The Belgrade is almost going to get captured, meaning the king is going to flee. And the entire of it is going to surrender. The large push has been happening near Pristina. There is no way for the Soviet troops were prepared for a massive attack. They were preparing for a long time. The tanks are still equipped, strongly made out of iron steel. The German invasion was starting to attack in the UK. But the UK is gonna push them back. UK is not gonna stay in and do nothing. They're gonna push them back. Belgrade is almost a fail. All the tanks are marching all the way. The king will get removed. The UK is going to push back the Germans as long as it goes well. There is no way that the Germans will be available to land on these lands. UK had a little bit push. It's going as well, as the British people are not going to respect the Germans for invading their